Realest one that's repping, oh my god, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping, oh my god.
So hey guys, it's me again, your girl Raia, and I'm back with another video. Now you guys probably might be curious what this video is all about, and this video is actually about me thanking every one of you guys who actually supported, helped, and also did some runs with me during the Lovecraft event. Now the reason why I'm doing this video is because I failed to actually thank a lot of you guys. I failed to reply so many times whenever you guys PM'd me, and usually I do reply. However, that event kind of consumed so much of my time, and whenever I was doing my runs and stuff, I couldn't really stop because sometimes the team is just super duper OP. So there's really no area for me to actually stop and reply, because as much as possible we actually have to gain as much points as we could while we have the time available running. So first of all, I wanted to thank everyone who tried to help us during the event. It was fun. For me, my reaction on that is the event was awesome. That was the very first time I've ever run Leaderboard. As you can see, you haven't really seen me on Leaderboard ever since. And that was my very first time to actually run one, so it was tons of fun. However, it was very hard to manage time because I have errands at home since I'm a girl. So you know what the Filipinos are. With Filipinos, by the way, just so most of you guys know, if you guys are actually, even whatever your age is, if you guys actually live in the house wherein you're with your brothers and stuff, you get the most errands. So I had to do a lot of errands at home, and then I also have work. So it was very challenging for me to manage work, errands, AL, house, and especially sleep. That was the hardest thing to manage, the sleep part. OMG. I can't even define my sleeping hours. I know I usually do not sleep. Like in most cases, I barely sleep. Yeah, I barely sleep. But that was tiring. I that was the only time that I've ever experienced to actually, like, while doing the runs, I would say I would need 30 minutes, just 30 minutes to do this, and I would ride a motorcycle, go someplace, and I have to keep track of the time so that when I get back, I don't lose a spot or something with the PT. It was hard. But in all honesty, when I first started that LB thingy, I wasn't really planning on aiming for top 10. I was just aiming to get a banner and stuff. That's all I ever wanted. However, it kind of changes as time passed. So during the first part of the event, the first 2 days, when I did my runs, I was just like, okay, I'll just do my runs and I'm done. Simple. And then I got to top 30, and then the next day I ended up getting to top 20. And then on the third day, since I had some energies and stuff, I sold a lot of things, by the way. I had some energies and stuff. I ended up being at top 11. So when I got to top 11, I said, I can do this. I mean, this is not hard. I can do this. So I made a harsh decision without even thinking it through. I'm like, I'll try my best to actually hit top 10. Maybe I can do it. So I was running, I was doing my runs, and I ended up kind of maintaining the spot. But then it became very hard because a lot of the people realize that if you actually run prime, it gives you 32 points, so it gives you that extra boost. So a lot of people also went on spending because the loot was also good and the runs was awesome. So a lot of people end up spending, and I end up jumping back to top 24. So I was thinking of first of stopping, like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with this event. I mean, I'm okay with top 24. But then I saw the top 10. And during that time, I kind of hate that top 10 guy. You know who you are. So I was thinking, like, I'm gonna overthrow him. I'm gonna do everything so that I could be in top 10 and he can be in 11 or something. So that was my master plan. Regardless if he was my guildmate or something, I was thinking of just dropping him off of leaderboard or top 10 and getting a spot in there. So I ended up trying to fight. The problem was, financially or gold wise, my gold couldn't really support me. So I was like, what will I do? What will I do? So I end up asking for assistance from some of my friends. I end up PMing a lot of people, maybe trying to borrow gold or maybe trying to sell some of my items to them. It was hard. It was hard for, as a hoarder, as a person who actually hoards items. It was hard for me to let go of a lot of items just so that I could actually sustain that spot and keep on running. So I had end up selling a lot of things, a lot of the vanities that I have, a lot of the weapons that I owned previously. So I was just thinking, like, after this event I'll go mausoleum and I'll just try to buy all of them again. Even if it's more expensive, I don't care. I'll just go ahead and do that. So I tried to sell a lot of things to the point that I had nothing more valuable to actually sell, which got me a little bit more frustrated. But then I get help from some friends, and some of the friends actually end up offering me, like, to let me borrow some of their gold, and then some of the people end up offering me that they would buy the energy and I'll just pay them this amount and stuff. And we also end up getting a supplier and all that stuff. So we end up pretty much sustaining the spot. However, the thing is, the one that the person that I actually wanted to remove from the LB happens to be my guildmate. So I was like, at first I didn't really wanted to help him as much as possible. However, when he asked me for a favor, I don't like him anymore. It's just that I just couldn't really say no. So I was like, F you, chicken. My neighbor's chicken is so annoying that I've already tried to kill that freaking chicken multiple times. Up until now, it's still alive. I don't know if it came from Walking Dead or something, but it's still alive. I've already shoot that like multiple times. I was even thinking of roasting that for real. Anyway, see, it's freaking alive. It's annoying. Anyway, going back. So, every day for the first week, it was a battle. Like, me being ahead of him, and then the next day he's ahead of me, and then it gets a little bit hard for me to actually catch up to his points. So it became a lot really annoying because it was hard for me to get a team, and my ping wasn't really cooperating as much as I wanted. Like, I would actually get an awesome team. Big shout out, by the way, to Eagle. Eagle ended up ignoring me the whole event because there was one time I had a run with him and he thought that I wasn't attacking. However, my ping was racing from 20k up to 50k, so it, even though that on my end I keep on spamming the buttons, I was using a controller, by the way, so I didn't really get the chance to reply to a lot of people. And also, for those people who actually ask me if using a controller is actually bannable, I talked to a developer, or a Spacetime Studio developer. I asked him and coordinated with him regarding using controllers in game. He said that it's not gonna be an issue, it's totally fine you can actually use controllers in the game, and you can actually enjoy it even more. So with a developer's consent, you guys can actually use Bluetooth controllers, or you can use PS4 controllers, as long as you have those adapters, so you can connect your controllers to your phone. Anyways, again, going back. So pretty much I try to team up with a lot of people. I end up becoming like an event hoe. I mean, I keep on partnering with a lot of people, from one people to another, from one team to another, from warriors to mages to rogues, name it. Pretty much I try to team up with them. I end up getting good spots, but the problem was, it was very annoying to actually team up with me because of the lag. So since I was lagging so much, I kind of became a dead weight for the team, and I also didn't want to bother them too much. So I end up just doing one set of runs with them, and then I go. And I try to see if my ping will actually cooperate with me on the next run. However, it didn't. So that was one of the issues that I also have when it comes to running the event. So I tried to ask for advice, for help from the top players, like those people who are in top 1, top 2, up to top 9. And they end up telling me to actually ask to tie up with the top 10. My reaction in real life when they told me that, I was like, tie up? Me? With him? No, come on. Like, really? Is that the only option? But I was like, in my mind, I was like, I never really wished to be top 10, so what the heck? I mean, no need. But then I was already there. I was on top. Either I was top 12, top 11, top 12, top 13, top 12. It was just going back and forth, to the point that I was thinking like, I'm only a few steps away and my score is way ahead from the top 14. So if I team up with him, what do I have to lose other than pride? So I end up talking to him, and then we end up being in a team. But someone was ahead of me other than him. It was Skies. So our grade, Skies and me, decided to actually tie up all of us. And at first, I can actually feel that they were doubting the tie-ups. But in my end, even though that I really didn't want to tie up with our grade, I know that he won't go like stab me on the back like that, because I know him first. I know him. So I was like, I'm confident that he won't do something like that to me. Skies, for some reason, my gut was telling me to actually trust him with a tie-up. So I end up trusting him with a tie-up. So me, Skies, and our grade, we end up tying up. But then there's another big competition ahead of us, which was Danley. By the way, big shout out for Danley. Thank you so much, by the way, for your support. Even though that we're neck and neck during that event, you have been true sport, so I really appreciate that. So technically, I asked Danley to also do the tie-up with us. However, Danley actually has a deep mistrust when it comes to tie-ups. So he was like, no, do not trust tie-ups. And then I end up receiving a lot of PMs like, they are planning to drop you, because other than the three of us, there's also a tie-up ahead of us. Which means if we're top 10, they're tied up. If they decided to break their tie, it drops us out. So technically, whatever effort that we actually put in will be totally useless, right? So I ended up talking to Santagato. By the way, big shout out to Santagato. If you wanted to see him, add him, talk to him outside the game, you can just simply add him on Instagram. It's mac.king96, if I remember that correctly. I think I remembered it correctly. So just add him if you guys wanted to see him in Instagram. If you wanted to see me Instagram, it's riot_hime, I think. Yeah. And pretty much I end up talking to Santagato, and I haven't really got the chance to talk to Exclusive. However, Santagato said that Exclusive and him are actually planning to tie up, which secures us the position of top 9 if ever. If ever, it secures us the position of top 9 if the other ties on top of us is not planning on breaking. And at first I was like thinking like, what if they break their ties, the one on top of us, and then Santagato and also this guy also break their ties, so all of the effort will be useless. However, again, my gut kind of trusted Santagato and Exclusive, and they have been very cooperative. Like, we end up like sending PMs like, oh, how are you guys? Are you guys having any kind of problems and stuff? So it was all good fun. And then the last day actually came, and it was the most stressful of all days ever. I actually had work during that time, and the problem was I'm a Filipino, our grade is a Filipino, however Skies is, I think, Indonesian. So that there is a little bit of a time difference between us, and I had work, I had things to do, our grade as well as Sky. So we have some work. So there has been a problem with there has been some kind of an issue when it comes to our time. But we end up doing some runs and having like 3,000 points, like extras, for Danley to catch up. So we were a bit confident in a way. However, Danley PM me is like, why did you guys stop running? Keep running. So it means like, I know he's planning to catch up. And I was like, we are planning on running. However, we can't really run. I can't really do my runs without him or without our grade or stuff. And then someone ended up sending me a PM like, don't trust the tie-ups. They are planning on dropping you. And then someone also told me that the other people are dead weight. But this is one of the things that you guys didn't really know about the tie-up. They are not the one weighing me down. I was the one weighing them down. I was the one below them. They did not weigh me down at all. Our grade wouldn't idle if he wasn't thinking of helping me. Skies wouldn't idle as well if he wasn't thinking of helping me. So I was actually the dead weight on that team up. So people are telling me that they are actually concerned about giving me a spot, but little did they know that that tie up pretty much was actually a way to help me. It wasn't a way to help them, or it wasn't a way to help our grade or Skies. It was actually a way to help me. And it's kind of sad for me to know that a lot of people want me to betray them in a way, like run without them. I don't want to be the asshole who actually tried to betray them. They only did what they need to do in order for them to help me. So I'm kind of thankful for them in so many ways. So if I fail to thank you enough, guys, Skies are great. Thank you so much. Also to Danley, Exclusive, and Santagato. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Also for those people who helped me catch up, Arrow, 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 and also Ice Spirit and Creamies. Thank you so much. They were like, there was like a 3k points to 4k points ahead. Like our grade was ahead of me for like 4k points, but you guys actually helped me catch up with them. That's why the tie-up became possible. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Now in the last part, maybe there was only like only 4 hours remaining before the event ends. Then we end up catching up to us, which was frustrating enough because I guess we weren't really running fast enough. So the team was me, our great skies, and one of the mages in top 10, which is xxjmcxx. Big shout out to you and congratulations also. So we end up running. At first we had like a 1.4k points advantage than Danley. Then we had a coffee break. We only had like a 15-minute coffee break, and when we got back, the points was only, we were only like 400 points ahead. And like on every run that we do, I think Danley does like 3 more runs ahead of us. So it was pressure. Like, we don't know what to do. We were already to the point that we're lacking energies. We were lacking love letters. We were lacking fleet elix. It was crazy. However, my guildmates, who were also in top 10, who happens to be some of our officers and some of our members, they were so concerned. They were sending us PMs, messages on guild chats like, you guys are like neck and neck. What do you guys need? Or, okay, do you guys need love letters? Do you guys need energy? Do you guys need fleet ship? Or, why do I keep saying fleet ship? It's actually fleet elix. So, fleet elix. And then they're like, okay, so if you guys need this, okay, I'll buy one. So some of them buy like Akaboy. They end up doing contributions. Some of the people actually donated love letters to us. Like, just do the rounds fast. And then xxjmcxx end up getting like somebody, I think Mads end up letting his drag stuff be borrowed by xxjmcxx so that the runs will be much more faster, and the runs became faster, like really really fast. And I'm so happy that my ping cooperated. And you know, the one trivia about that was, I told you I actually have work and I was actually at school during that time. I was supposed to go home at 8 o'clock. However, we already start running at 7:30, and there wasn't really any time for me to actually pack up and go home. So I end up staying in the school for almost like 7 hours. So I end up going home Filipino time at around 4 a.m. when the event ended. I end up riding a motorcycle home. I was so tired. That's the reason why I failed to upload the video, and I failed to do the video. So I'm really sorry about that. But I wanted to just let you guys know how deeply thankful I am for all of the support that you guys gave me. I don't know if I'll be running again LB because that was very tiring, but it was so much fun. It was a nice experience for my 3rd Arcane Legends birthday, so thank you so much. If you guys are wondering if I'm actually wearing fangs, yes I am. This is actually fake. However, it looks so authentic, so it's fine. Thank you so much, by the way, again, for everyone who supported, everyone who donated, everyone who helped with the runs. I really appreciate you all. And so for those people who I actually owe money from, thank you. I'll pay you guys up. I'll be running Mausoleum again pretty soon, so at least I can pay you guys up. And I'll try to sell some of the things that I actually looted. I just didn't really have the time because for the past 2 days all I did was sleep. I log in, fall asleep. Right now I'm sleepy again. I don't know why, but I'm always sleepy. Recently I'm just very sleepy. Maybe for 2 weeks I almost didn't really had sleep at all, so maybe that's the reason why I'm sleepy. Coffee, anyone? So anyway, again, thank you so much, and big shout out, by the way, to Pinoy Rules. Congratulations, you guys. A lot of us actually hit top 10, so congratulations. Thank you so much, by the way, for everyone who actually helped us. Thank you also for the moral support, for those people who actually end up like cheering or congratulating me whenever I actually loot rows. It was so fun. Thank you so much again, everyone, and I hope that you guys never feel bored when it comes to supporting. I think I'm bleeding. Thank you so much again. I hope you guys don't feel bored when it comes to supporting. Thank you. I really appreciate each and every PM that you guys actually have sent me and actually boosted me up, gave me energy. So I really appreciate that. See you guys again on my next video. Thank you so much again, everyone. Peace out. XOXO. Raia.
Spread it across the country. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over.